What's happening, guys? Alright, it is the 30th of October again. Same as the last video you saw. Last video you should have hopefully seen was my delivery video in Walnut, California. Alright, so yeah, you might have seen on that video, had some OS&D issue there. Alright, so let me tell you what we're doing here first. Then we'll get to that story on that OS&D fun. Alright, so right now we're on our way to the Americold facility in Ontario, California. Although it's on the east side of the 15 freeway, so I'm more apt to want to call it Fontana, but yeah, I guess it's technically Ontario. Alright, speaking of this Americold that we're going to, been there at least once before. Been about 3 years, maybe three plus years. I know Google's telling me I was last there 3 years ago. Should be closer to 4. I don't know. I don't even really clearly remember the place. I know the street. Yeah, so I know the street name is familiar, Malaga Place. But the layout there, I was like, I'm brain farting. I don't clearly remember having been there, but I had to have been there because Google says I've been there. Alright, anyway. So that's what's up. That's where the red pin is on my map. Let me get zoomed in. Alright, we got 2 routes into there that we can take. We'll probably go ahead and talk about that in a second. Let's go ahead and get to that OS&D thing, that recap on that. Because you guys might have seen that when I ended that video, basically I got told to go ahead and dispose of all the product. Basically, which usually means dispose of or keep it, or give it out, whatever. That's generally what it means. Do whatever you want to do with it, but just make sure you take the labels off the boxes. It's pretty much the practice. Now that was a lot of chicken. So it was 15 cases. Each case weighed 80 pounds. And yeah, it ended up being 1,200 pounds of chicken. I didn't want to end up throwing it all into the dumpster. Unfortunately, though, my drop freezer, I didn't have any room for it. My fridge or the freezer in my house, or my drop freezer or the fridge, just no room. So I ended up basically talking to my family, like my dad, my sister, my other sister's husband, and all that kind of stuff. And hey, who's got room for some of this now? Even if I can't get rid of all of it, if I can at least get rid of some of it, yeah, I'll be a happy camper, and some other people will be too. And they ended up, got a fair amount of that ended up in my older sister's drop freezer, and the freezer is part of her fridge. And there was still way more. Yeah, my other sister ended up taking the case or 2, whatever it was, that she was going to give out to some kind of ladies group that she's in. I can't remember. Some mom's group, or is what it sounded like. And then they ended up, had a few other people in the neighborhood of where my older sister lives. Yeah, we ended up finding homes for some more of the stuff there. And then one of my active duty buddies, or not active duty, I digress. Okay, actually one of my friends I've known since junior high school, been good friends with. Now he and I were both active duty Air Force, but at different locations. He retired active duty, I retired reserve. But now, I used to always go to his house, because my best friend Jake was right across the street from him, and we were always hanging out together growing up, pretty much throughout junior high and high school. And I was always over there at my friend Richard's house. And so I got a hold of Richard. He lives in Hawaii now because he retired from the Air Force in Hawaii. I asked him, hey, your parents still live on the street that they're on? Yeah, that I last knew them to be on. And like, yeah, they're still there. I'm like, oh, great. Would they be interested in some free chicken? So he gets a hold of them and finds out, yeah, they're there and they're interested, yeah. And and it turned out even if they didn't have room for themselves, they had a lot of family in the area that would, they could always hook up with. So, man, it was a lot. 1,200 pounds. Wow, that's probably a record for me. At least on the amount that they told me to go ahead and dispose. I'm no stranger to getting told to go ahead and dispose or keep whatever it is, but never that much weight. Maybe 200 or 300 pounds worth, perhaps. And even with that amount, I tend to give away, keep some for myself, give away to neighbors or whoever else. Because most of the time when I have rejected product, it happens to be chicken, beef, whatever, pork, some kind of meat product, and it usually always is coming into California. Since I live here, and it's so convenient, a lot of times this stuff ends up at my house. Not always, but a fair amount. And, or divvied out to other people. Now, I was even going to try to give it to these homeless people who live in an RV by where I park my truck. And then I get into town there, I get into the complex where I park my truck, and the RV's gone. Like, oh, seriously? I don't know if they have provisions to do anything with it. It's an RV. I mean, it's not an upscale RV, but it's still an RV. I figure they might have some kind of like a little kitchenette thing or stove or whatever, maybe, or oven. Maybe they can make some kind of use out of it, but yeah, I was kind of surprised they weren't, because they've been there for several days, or several weeks actually. I'd see them there every single time I've been in the area last month or so, and all of a sudden now they're gone. I think their car was there, but not their RV. So pure dumb luck there, I guess. Alright, we are right here in the Rancho Cucamonga area. We're going to be into Ontario pretty soon. I'm going to need to talk about route options for you guys. So if you guys are trying to get intel on this customer, because again, I always put hashtags, even if my video title isn't necessarily the name of the customer or location, I always have hashtags to help you locate this video if you're looking for this particular customer in this particular city. Alright, so this Americold is basically off of Santa Ana Avenue, and it's east of I-15. Now there are two options I can give you. Two basic options, I would say. You can kind of vary one of those options. Either way, you want to end up on Santa Ana Avenue, and then Malaga Place will be on the basically branch off of Santa Ana on the north end. Santa Ana is an east-west street. You get zoomed in here, you can probably see on. Yeah, I guess I know which way I'm going. Oh no, maybe not. It doesn't look so bad there. Okay, so one option is to get on to eastbound Interstate 10, which is coming right up here. This is 4th Street right here. You know what? Come on. This guy is going a little bit slow for my taste, so just because of him, I'm considering getting on using. You can also overshoot. Now you can also overshoot I-10. The very next exit, the only exit there is between Interstate 10 and Highway 60 on I-15. Oh, that's nice, dude. You're trying to get on the eastbound, aren't you? Dumbass. Maybe you should be a little bit better prepared next time. Alright, so you can also get off at Jurupa Avenue. Not Jurupa, it's Jurupa. It's a Spanish word, guys. J's are not pronounced like J's in Spanish, at least not normally. Although I did find out from a Puerto Rican lady when I was at the Walmart in Childress, Texas, a while back. She had a J in her name, and she actually pronounced it with it like a J. I'm like, what the hell? You're the first Spanish-speaking person I've heard who pronounces a J like an American would pronounce it. Most of them pronounce it like an H or something resembling an H. So anyway, yeah, Jurupa, head east. And then there are a couple of, either of a couple of side streets there off of Jurupa that you can use, maybe even Auto Mall. No, you can't use Auto Mall. Yeah, Auto Mall is right here next to I-15 off of Jurupa. But, yeah, if you go just a little bit further down, yeah, see, this is, okay. Right lane closed up ahead, but we're going to be getting off the freeway right here at Etiwanda. So Americans would call it Etiwanda. And Spanish speakers, it's Etiwanda. Alright, but yeah, we're going to be using Etiwanda. We're going to go south. And then when we get to Santa Ana, it sounds like Santana, but it's Santa Ana. Right, yeah, again, Spanish speakers tend to say that pretty fast. So it'll actually sound like you're saying Santana. Or I'd say, well, you know, like the music group Santana. Right, alright. So we're gonna make we're gonna head south here on Etiwanda and then make a right on Santa Ana. Then right on to Malaga. And then there's, see, I didn't even bother to read the reviews. It's Americold. What do I need to read the reviews for, I guess? I don't know. It's typical. Show up no more than an hour before your appointment time, usually. I've been to a number of Americolds. They all are usually no more than an hour before your appointment time. This one does have a guard shack. At least you can see one on the satellite view. I don't remember if they actually use it, though. Because sometimes you might actually see a guard shack, and it might not actually be in use, like Clearfield, Utah. If you go to the Americold over there, they got a guard shack right there when you first get on the property, but they don't even use it. You just drive right past it. We are one line away. The very next light up there that you see should be Santa Ana. And then the next major one after that should be Jurupa. Well, we're not gonna see Jurupa Avenue. So we'll make the right up here. Alright, so general rule with Americold, don't show up late. Now, some of the Americolds I have good experiences with. I don't, well, not super good, but good enough, I guess I would say. Like the one by my house that I'm always parking by, I love going there. They don't take that long normally, and yeah, this is it. All right. And on top of that, they watch my tandems there. Yep, we're good. You get such a nice view on there with that monitor. Alright, now let's see. Alright, yeah, we get across this field over here, right about where the shag driver is, or whatever I'm seeing up in front of me. No, he's actually further down the road. Alright, yeah, anyway, if you show up late to an Americold, they end up putting you in a work-in queue, and you end up going to the back of the work-in list, and they get to you whenever they get to you. Which some of my worst detentions have been at Americolds that I showed up late to, not really by my fault. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh, yeah, this street right up here. In front of this DC Logistics. 5501 Santa Ana Street. All right, we're gonna make a right here. And it's a cul-de-sac here. Right at the end of the cul-de-sac is where Americold's driveway is. Alright, yeah, so first time I ever showed up late to an Americold was in Burley, Idaho? Whatever that one is over there. I think it's Burley. Yeah, we only showed up late because first I had a trainee at the time, and we were trying to get our trailer washed out at the wash out facility, the truck wash that's right across the street from the Loves over there in Hayburn, Idaho, off I-84, which is right down the street from the customer, from the shipper. Alright, yeah, right here where JB Hunt is at. We're going to check in here. Please keep to the right and stop before red line. Push the button on the voice box for assistance. Wait for the gate to open. Oh shit. You know what? Alright. There's no one behind, so let me get backed up a little bit. That's why it pays to read. Okay. Let me... I'm going to turn off my... Come on. Actually, you know what? I should be on duty. I'm going to get checked in over here. Alright guys, did not end up having to talk to anybody. I hit the call button on there. Nobody actually talked to me. I think it was the guard. They opened the gate back up after the JB Hunt guy had took off. Or proceeded in, whatever. We'll get up here and get checked in. Uh-oh. What's this thing doing? What? Alright, we gotta put safety vest on. Couldn't tell the guy was gesturing to me to stay back or something, but there was nobody coming when I went to open. Come on. Alright guys, let's see. This guy's all cattywampus. Let me get by real quick. Alright, so the guard said we're going to check in where this guy with the purple lights right here was just parked. And go check in by door 10. Alright, I guess that guy is not the best backer in the world. Something. I mean, he was in kind of a straight back situation there, I thought. So, how's he having trouble? That much difficulty getting in there. Holy crap, does Northern Refrigerated do a lot here, or do they do a lot? You think that this is their lot? Alright. I'll have to come back over here. Yeah, we've already passed door 10 too. Let me get turned around. I could have done a U-turn set up there, but was going to try to see if there was something a little bit, well, easier setup for the U-turn, since I'm considering these guys doing the dock doors there. Yeah, we'll just park it right over here by the outhouses. Alright, it's in right where that guy just came out from. Is probably where we're going to check in at. Good there. Ah, good enough. I'm gonna go get checked in now. We'll see what we're doing next. Alright guys, we got a dock door assignment right away. We're docking at door 13. Open doors and slide tandems all the way back. Okay, alright, 13's right here. I'm gonna come over here and go a couple spots past. Should be right about there. Am I gonna have enough? Yeah. Yeah, we're just barely good there. That's a little bit further. I might actually stop this a little bit prematurely. So, I mean, I'm pointing toward 14. I want 13. So, yeah, there we go. It's kind of tricky trying to square up when the tandems are all the way back, but it's good practice. That's why I do it. The more you practice it, the better you get it. You can't, you might have problems the first, when you're not used to doing it, but alright, yeah, look good there. Alright, should be, almost stopped it just right at the right point. Okay. Alright, so when you go check in over here, come in where all these orange barrel things are, where the smoke pit area is, or whatever you want to call that thing. When you get in the building, okay, now there's someone already there, wait outside on the steps, only one person on the top step allowed at a time. And when you get inside, you're going to go right across the warehouse floor, so you got to watch out for forklift operators. Don't go cutting out and running out in front of them so you don't get ran over. Yeah, you'll see that kind of a couple little small buildings inside there. Go up to the walkway that's in front of them and turn right, and the one that's on the right side, you want to check in there. Yeah, I got a door right away, so alright, so it's only 9:30, or barely even 9:30ish. We've got 10 p.m. appointment time. We'll continue this when we're on the way out of here. Alright guys, I don't know if we're done here. It's 11:38 p.m. or 23:38. I don't know if Creed's trying to come to the same dock door that I'm pulling out of, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way here. Hopefully my slide tool doesn't come off. Just want to get out of the way here. I need to get out of the door before I can get my doors shut anyway, so that's another reason to get out of the way. Let me get over here. Okay, my door's shut and all that. Alright, what are we doing, JB Hunt? Alright, that would be fun to get out of here. Okay, in front of us had a fun time trying to get out of his dock door, I'll tell you that. Hello. Hello. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted to verify it. Alright guys, we're ready to leave here. I still got some other parts to call though. We'll get over here to onto the street before we do it though. And get this taken off while we're at it. Alright, don't need to be here very long, just long enough to get my departure sent. It's a heavy load, so definitely going to go weigh it over at the truck stop. Several options here. I'll probably just go to the Flying J over here in Fontana though, because all I have to do to get there is just go straight across Etowanda. Come back Etowanda to Slover, which is the street that parallels the freeway. Alright guys, we're ready to roll now here. Alright, so I'm going to be going to the Flying J in Fontana. However, you do have other options over here in Ontario. Slightly shorter distance. You can always use the petrol or the TA over here to scale your load as well. Those are less than 2 miles away. I just don't want to deal with the gates and all that kind of stuff over there. It's a shit show. It's 1 more mile, but I can more easily get to the scale there. I mean, I don't have to go in the damn gate or... Well, then again, you know, it's... you know, yeah. I just don't like dealing with the truck stops over there in Ontario. Alright. Alright, so we're going to come back the same way we came from over here and then make a right, eventually make a right turn on the Slover. Go down the road, and when we get to Cherry Avenue, or actually before we get to Cherry, on the left side will be the Flying J. You see on the map there where it's at. So that's where I'll be going. I'll go ahead and I'll just show you the scale, what the numbers are here, even though I'm not there yet. But you kind of know how to get there now. Like I said, left turn over here onto Etiwanda, and then a right turn on the Slover, go down the street a mile or so, mile and a half, whatever, and then turn left into their parking lot. Alright, so where's this load going though now? Well, I'll let you guys know that. This one is going to Dallas. I forget which customer it was. It's one I think I've been to before. In fact, I think I was there early this year. I just forget the customer that was. Not a big deal. You guys know the routine. It's not due until the 3rd of November though, so I'm going to wait. I'm just going to go ahead and run it up to my house. Run it on recap hours anyway. I have 11:05 on my 70-hour clock. Yeah, after I just got my recaps back in about not even 2 hours ago. So that's even with recaps. That's all I have to work with. So yeah, I'm just gonna run it up to my house, then wait until tomorrow night or tomorrow evening, sometime later in the evening, to start rolling. Yeah, run in the middle of the night when I like to run. You know, from my house I can get to Fort Worth in two long shifts, so I know that it's very easy to do that, to do on-time delivery, even if I wait that long to start rolling. Actually, I'll still be there probably at least a good day early, and I'm not too worried about doing a 34 because I have home time coming up in mid-November, so I'm okay with running on recaps. Like I said, I like to run at night anyway, and kind of run whatever pace I want to run. Alright, so we're going to make the right turn here. So yeah, we'll just work with what hours I have or whatever works, and we'll call it good. Alright. Alright, so I will see you guys, I'll see you guys in Dallas. Alright. Alright, well, you have a good night. We'll see you then.